Ist der UK Open Champion von 2019, The Asp, Nathan Aspinall. Nathan Aspinall tritt an gegen die Nummer 13 der Setzliste dieser Veranstaltung. Er ist Deutschlands Nummer 1, hat im vergangenen Jahr seinen ersten PDC-Titel gewinnen können auf der European Tour. Er ist der World Youth Champion von 2015, der Maximizer Max.
Well, after that rip snorter between the two-time world champion and the superbly exciting Jamie Hughes, we have got more top-quality action for you from the Glaspalast in Sindelfingen. The European Darts Grand Prix continues with a German #1 whose name will be sung around this venue all the way through this game with the UK Open champion Nathan Aspinall. The Asp was excellent in dispatching Kim Villian 6-1 in the first round, averaging almost 103. If he does that again here, he's got a very good chance, but it is not a guarantee against the Maximizer, who knows how to win these. He's won one before, he's won another PDC ranking title, and some of the performances he's put in this year have been magnificent. 110 averages on a couple of occasions for the German #1. This a repeat, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Nathan and throw first, game on!
This a repeat, of course, of their World Youth Championship final. Max won that one, but since then things have changed. Nathan has become a major champion. Max has learnt how to win on the senior tour. Chris Murphy alongside me for this one. The Maximizer and the Asp.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Paul Nicholson called this at the start of play as the match of the day. Well, we've had some very, very exciting contests, including that last one between Lewis and Hughes. We've seen seeded players knocked out of the tournament, including the world #2 Rob Cross. The world #1 Michael van Gerwen is coming next against Brendan Dolan. But here and now, it is the obvious home favourite, and this is a big match for Max because not only is it one in which he can delight the home crowd, but losing it could actually end up costing him a place at the World Match Play. I know there's a few tournaments between now and then, but Max has to qualify for the next couple of European Tour events.
Yeah, through that European qualifier, which, as Vincent van der Voort has pointed out, is a very tricky place to be.
Well, that's a very pretty place to be. The maximum from Max Hopp leaves 121. Now, Hopp, of course, as a seed, if he were to lose, he wouldn't get the prize money from this on his ranking either, so best bullseye hitter in the world for my money.
Your money is good, Murph, for a change. 1-0 and a break of throw as well.
Second leg, Max the throw first.
Now, Nathan, he is phenomenally talented, and he's a player who tries to keep his emotions in check during games. We have seen instances where he has got fired up, notably against Gerwyn Price at the World Championship, but by and large, it was actually on the advice of Michael Smith, who told him, just rein it in, leave your shouting and screaming until the end of the match when you've got it won. It just gets in the way otherwise. And by and large, he does try and keep things in check. I would recommend that he makes a special effort to do that here, because the more he jumps about, the more fired up he gets in this one, the more it's going to spark these 2,000 fans to get involved and cheer on their man against him.
Yeah, I think everything I've seen of Nathan Aspinall since that run to the semis of the World Championship has been a model of professionalism. And I'm sure that it won't be a problem for him dealing with this partisan crowd. Partying crowd. Stand up if you love the darts. Sung in English. And they're all on their feet. But who will be the man standing at the end of this one?
Well, it is a difficult one to call. You would have to say that Nathan Aspinall has obviously done better this year than Max, but in terms of the performance levels, Max has done some really, really impressive stuff in individual games. Obviously, the crowd could well end up playing a part. But who's feeling the most pressure here?
Well, it's very different emergences from this pair, because Hopp has had the weight of a nation on his shoulders for years, and Nathan Aspinall came from the pack with no pressure.
Double 16.
Well, a 1-2-1 on the ball to win leg one. And now if Max Hopp can find a treble 19, he might get another dart at the button. Wasn't far away, but Aspinall has the chance to cancel out that immediate break.
Oh, that's superbly done. Superbly done by Nathan Aspinall to level this match up. And it is a break straight back. He has never beaten Max Hopp. He obviously lost that World Youth Championship final. He'd been beaten a couple of years prior to that on the Challenge Tour, although it was really the Youth Tour at the time. And they have lost once, or played once, in a senior ranking event, but that was the start of 2017. And as you say, Nathan Aspinall didn't come just from the pack. He came from, the back of the pack. He dropped off the tour. Max Hopp has been constantly living year after year with the pressure of this burgeoning darts-loving nation of Germany, looking to him to be their main man, and he's managed to stay on the tour and work his way up to where he is now. But Nathan, I mean, nobody was really expecting a great deal from him when he lost his tour card. Even when we saw him on the Euro Tour in that year while he was playing Challenge Tour stuff, the second tier stuff, yeah, he did some decent things, but it was not what you expected from him. 91. And that first year back on the tour last year was good. It was impressive. It was still a surprise when he won his first title. It was a surprise when he made it all the way to the semi-finals of the Worlds. And he is one of the most surprising winners of the UK Open. And yet now, with hindsight, you think, hang on, he looks like a top player.
Another in there will leave him on a double. He will settle for that.
161.
Thinking he will probably be back in this leg. Hoping he will be now. And now he's praying, because Max Hopp is brilliant on the ball.
Seemed to rush that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Because when he won the tournament in Saarbrücken, we saw him stepping back for them big bullseye finishers, and it worked to treats. Now it's the Asp's turn. And he only finds the green as well.
Double 8. Another break. And this has started very interestingly. 3 breaks of throw. Hopp averaging over a ton.
2 men certainly up for it, and certainly up to it on the stage in Sindelfingen. The winner of this match takes on Daryl Gurney, who lived something of a charmed life as he came back from 5-2 down to defeat Chris Dobie 6-5. Dobie, who missed darts in 3 separate legs to knock out Super Chin for world number 3, as Aspinall puts 3 in the lipstick.
Yeah, I think he's played a blinder there, Nathan. First 180, produced under pressure, and all he does is calmly go and get his darts, walk to the back of the stage, concentrate, no big celebrations. It's only going to make life more difficult for you.
Are we going to see the first ever booed 9-dart finish?
No, not right now.
I think they would.
They would boo. I don't know when they would stop booing.
Yeah, when would the boos turn into cheers?
I was saying boo Aspinall.
Well,
this is a superb leg, and that doesn't even matter really.
81.
He's left himself a 2-darter after 9.
Just a bit of a slugfest, this. One guy breaks, the other guy breaks back. Then they hit back again with Nathan for potentially the best leg of the match.
I think I was going to say he can't go for 2 top surely with the lie of that first dart.
60.
Hopp has a squeak here to hang on to his throw. Didn't look in this leg, but 1 treble would get him a dart at the outer ring.
62. Nathan, you require 40. Game shown the 4th leg.
40 is pinned for a 13-dart leg, and you cannot separate these 2.
There we just saw Mark McGeaney in the crowd. The man who will take on Jamie Hughes tomorrow.
Well, he's from Stockport himself, McGeaney, isn't he? Which is Nathan Aspinall territory.
Yeah, we're going to finally see Jamie Hughes get the rewards for the performances that he's putting in. McGeaney, a tough nut to crack. Joe Cullen found that out this afternoon.
100.
Some very, very interesting matches already teed up. And Aspinall lands his 2nd match of the match. There will be plenty of those, I'm sure, in the meeting between Michael Smith and Jeffrey Desvan tomorrow. Another clash between Ian White and Keegan Brown, but then opportunity knocks as qualifiers Steve Beaton and Ryan Searle, and the match I've just mentioned between Hughes and McGeaney meeting each other.
Well, somewhere Rod Harrington is looking at this and smiling as 2 men who met in the World Youth Championship final produce world-class darts on a Euro Tour stage,
57.
fighting out for a place in the final day.
Yeah, not missing big numbers.
Yeah.
$96.
It looks like Aspinall is going to be the first to hold, having left himself on double 16 after 12 darts.
58. Nathan, you require
We've actually
32.
currently got more qualifiers through to the last 16 than we have seeded players, and Aspinall
Game shown the
is
5th
halfway
leg.
to
Nathan Aspinall,
increasing that
6
quota.
leg match to throw first.
Yeah, well, it
Game
just
on.
goes to show how difficult Michael Smith could find it, as well as he is playing. Going back to those qualifiers, the next 2 on Friday night, when
60.
Beaton, Dobie, Jamie Hughes, Nathan Aspinall, they've all come through the qualifiers for this.
Well, yeah, Hopp and Smith going into qualifiers on Friday night. Different qualifiers, albeit, but they are tough.
Very tough. Just getting to these European tours is hard enough. Then going on and having deep runs is very tough, particularly when you're going up against people throwing 104 averages against you, as Nathan Aspinall is doing right now, as Yoza just did to Adrian Lewis.
Yeah, and not only are they tough, but they are so important to get through as well in terms of qualifying for major events, not just the European Championship, in which Hopp reached the semi-finals last year and could have reached the first major final, but the ranking money going towards all the other big TV events, places at the match play up for grabs. You ask the likes of, say, Mark Webster, for example, who struggled to qualify last year, missed out on the World Championship at the end of the year.
Well, the Asp famously won the UK Open title with a 170 checkout. He's going to have to go for this.
You require 170.
60-60 ball, he knows how to do it.
Oh, can't complete the transaction, but what a great setup shot in the end.
Yeah, there's a real chance here for him to tighten his grip on this match.
Well, Max Hopp is going along at a mid to high 90s average right now, which is what he's averaging on the tour this year. It's been pretty impressive from Max Hopp in 2019. Oh, Nathan Aspinall has given him a chance.
Max, you require 8.
Doppel 2. Doppel 1.
No score. Nathan, you require 9.
Well, Aspinall has 9 remaining.
Thank you, ladies and gents, thank you.
Does stopping help? He's not reacting, but he is taking his time, and it's only going to get louder. But as long as he can compose himself, and that is a perfect dart right in the centre.
What a guide. Oh, he's gone the wrong side of it. Wow. It's been high quality all the way through this, and now it's getting nervy.
Same targets. And now down for that double 2. It's getting nervy indeed. Hopp has had a massive opportunity there. Aspinall's comes again. And this time, he finds a double 4, and he has reacted, and that surprised me a little bit, have to admit.
And they're giving him a round of applause for that.
Nathan to throw first, game on.
Well, they're stunned into silence all of a sudden. Nathan Aspinall has got some kind of hold that no other player knew about, because he just stopped completely and let him carry on.
That's absolutely bizarre. What's he done? Is there a magic word that Nathan knows?
60.
Well, Keegan Brown will be wishing he knew it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Keegan Brown was certainly getting a lot of words flung at him, but I don't think any of them were magic.
55.
This is remarkable, but Pat, we have mentioned this before. When it looks like their man is getting beat, they kind of do go a bit quiet, don't they? They're not.
You've got to shut them up by playing better than your opponent. Now, yeah, it can be difficult, but it can also be difficult for Max with the amount of pressure that is on him. So just, get on, do it, get in front, quiet them down, and then you can just go about your business.
58.
Yeah, they've just gone back to the party.
It is at the end of legs where it becomes more of an issue. You go and speak to Gerwin Price, and he'll say, look, during the scoring bit of the leg, you can shut it out. It doesn't matter. You're in a kind of groove.
And that's the other thing that Max has in his locker. He's got the power to bring them back.
He does. It's a fascinating contest, this. Leaves himself the 108, but Max gets a poke to break the Asp's throw. Could be another bullseye effort at the end of this. 17's the target for 127, but not the game.
And it could be as good as the end of the game if Aspinall can clean this up. Going down. And now going across. Oh, what a finish that is. And Nathan Aspinall is loving life on the stage at the European Darts Grand Prix.
I mean, there were like 2,500 church mice there for his checkout. He still turned around and given it a big one. Nathan will not be silenced, but the Sindelfingen crowd will. By Nathan, it would appear.
He's got himself all worked up for this battle with the crowd. He's shut them up, but he's got nowhere to put this energy, so he's just going to do it anyway.
Yeah. He's taken out 108 against their German number one, and they basically sort of turned around and gone, yeah, that was a very good shot, Nathan. Well done.
Wunderbar. Well, Max Hopp has got a mountain to climb here.
100.
Aspinall carrying on playing fantastic darts as he has been for some time now. Darts like that. I'm very excited about the prospect of a match between him and Daryl Gurney tomorrow afternoon. He took it to Michael van Gerwen a fortnight ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he missed a dart to beat MVG. Could have been only the second player this year to beat Michael van Gerwen on the European Tour. Keegan Brown managed it.
65.
And he has left himself the 156 to beat Max Hopp for the first time in his career.
Van Gerwen's up next against Brendan Dolan, a man who beat him on the Euro Tour last year.
100. Nathan, you require 156.
But this is for the match.
Leaves himself a ton. Max Hopp is looking at 4 points more than that, and it may have to go.
Well, this would be every bit as good as that 108 from his opponent. This time he does take a step back, regrips, refocuses, re-aims, but will he be resigned to defeat?
And there's just been too many misses for Max Hopp. 2 out of 11 on the doubles, most of them in that one mad leg. Oh, but there will be a reprieve.
34. Max, you require 32.
Max Hopp is still alive. The German crowd still have hope.
Right leg, Nathan to throw first. Game on.
There we go. I was a bit confused myself there, but it was just a hold of throw. Nathan does have the throw, and that's an important distinction to make.
It is. In this position, Hopp needs to break twice. Daryl Gurney, who the victor faces, came back from the deficit that Hopp was facing. 5-2 down against Prix.
84.
Would be a strange quirk if the two men who were to meet in the next round had both pulled off the Great Escape.
140.
He just impresses me more and more with every week that passes, Nathan Aspinall. This has not been poor from Max Hopp. Yes, the finishing could have been improved, but it's been a pretty solid display. And other players would have crumbled against it, but not Nathan Aspinall.
Do you think Nathan Aspinall is in the mix for major honours, more major honours this year?
Carries on playing like this, I do not see why not. 41 left after 9. Looking to dispose of the German number one in his own backyard and make the final day of the European Darts Grand Prix.
59.
Well, all the players that have
Nathan, you require
struggled
41.
in the heat against Hopp. Take note, because Nathan Aspinall has just shown them all how to do it. A very, very impressive display from Aspinall, who defeats the home nation Hopp and a seeded opponent 6-3, averaging around the ton mark, and he moves through to take on Daryl Gurney tomorrow. Aspinall is in the third round. Will Michael van Gerwen join him? Find out next when MVG enters the scene in Sindelfingen.
Nathan Aspinall gewinnt den Kampf mit euch und mit Max Hopp, der Maximizer. Damit haben wir keinen Deutschen mehr im Turnier. Das war der 6. Deutsche, der ausgeschieden ist. Und Nathan Aspinall steht im Achtelfinale, ist im entscheidenden letzten Tag noch mit dabei. Nathan, congratulations. It was difficult, huh? With the emotions and the atmosphere. And
that is the hardest game of darts I've ever had to play in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've never. The noise and obviously cheering for Max. I've never played in an atmosphere like that before, and it was really hard, and that's why I gave it a bit of emotion to try and get myself going. Max has turned German darts around, so full credit to him, and no wonder. I don't knock the guys for cheering him, but for me, I needed a little bit of something to get going, and that's why I started giving it a bit. But I'm so happy to win, and yeah, I owe him that for the World Final anyway.
The 6th leg was very important, wasn't it? The one where you both had the chances to check, and then you won it, you got the 4-2.
Yeah, I knew that gave me a bit of breathing space, and I've shook through the last 3 or 4 legs, and it was just a hard game to play. And one, I'm happy I've managed to win, and it's another tick in my career that I've handled myself well tonight, and I'm proud.
Cool. See you tomorrow. Congratulations. Nathan Aspinall.